Welcome back to Voice of the Bible. Here, the stories of Scripture unfold not just as lessons, but as journeys through lives, choices, and the faith that guides them. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect moment. Take a deep breath, clear your mind, and step into the story of Abram, who journeyed to Egypt during a time of famine, as it is written in the Bible, Genesis 12:10-20. Open your ears, your imagination, and your heart as we step into deserts, fertile banks, and royal courts of ancient Egypt. After traveling through Canaan, Abram and his household faced a harsh reality. A severe famine swept across the land. The soil was dry, rivers shallow, crops scarce. Imagine the vast hills of Canaan, once green, now golden brown under the scorching sun. Birds circled high, searching for food. Streams barely trickled. The wind carried dust and the faint scent of drying earth. Abram observed the suffering around him, the anxiety on Sarai's face, the murmurs of servants worried about provisions. Now there was a famine in the land. Abram went down to Egypt to live there for a while, because the famine was severe. Genesis 12:10. Leaving behind the hills, the rivers of Canaan, Abram guided his household toward Egypt, the land of the Nile, promising fertile lands, security, and the hope of survival. The journey to Egypt was long and arduous. The caravan crossed deserts, rocky hills, and dry riverbeds. Dust clung to every sandal. Animals trudged wearily under the blazing sun. Abram's mind was heavy with contemplation. How would the Egyptians receive us? Could God's promise survive our journey in foreign lands? He spoke quietly to Sarai. "I know you are beautiful. Perhaps they will see your beauty and harm us. Tell them you are my sister, so that it may go well with us because of you." Genesis 12:11-13 implied. Though Abram feared, he chose strategy over confrontation, trusting that God's providence would remain with him. The desert winds carried a mixture of dust, hope, and unspoken tension as they approached the Egyptian border. The caravan reached Egypt, a land of grandeur and abundance. The Nile flowed wide and strong, fertile lands stretching as far as the eye could see. Palaces rose along the banks, palm trees swayed, and markets buzzed with merchants and traders. Egyptian guards and officials observed the newcomers, their eyes curious, measuring, questioning. Abram's household entered cautiously, blending humility with dignity. When Abram came to Egypt, the Egyptians saw that Sarai was very beautiful. And when Pharaoh's officials saw her, they praised her to Pharaoh. Genesis 12:14-15. A mixture of fear and anticipation gripped Abram. Would Pharaoh honor them? Would the lie protect Sarai, or put them in danger? Every step forward was a test of faith and prudence.
Pharaoh took Sarai into his palace, and Abram received gifts, sheep, cattle, servants, and wealth. The Egyptian city was vibrant and bustling. Servants carried baskets of bread, fragrant oils filled the air, and the royal court was alive with music and conversation. Yet God's hand remained vigilant. But the Lord inflicted serious diseases on Pharaoh and his household because of Sarai, Abram's wife. The tension rose. Abram witnessed divine intervention as God protected Sarai and ensured that their journey did not falter. In quiet moments, Abram prayed silently, "Father, guide us, protect us. Let your promise endure." His trust, though shaken by uncertainty, was reaffirmed by God's unseen presence, confronted Abram, and returned Sarai. The blessings and wealth given to Abram now carried a deeper significance. God's favor had not left him, even in a foreign land. Pharaoh summoned Abram. "Why did you say she was your sister? Why did you mislead me?" Abram explained, humbly acknowledging the fears and the strategy. Pharaoh released Sarai and sent them away with all their possessions, honoring them as God guided their steps. The caravan departed, leaving the bustling Nile behind, returning toward the promised land of Canaan. So Abram went up from Egypt to the Negev, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with him. Imagine Abram looking back at Egypt, the great river winding through fertile lands, the distant pyramids under the sun. Yet his heart turned toward the land God had promised. The journey reminded him, faith is not blind, it is courage under uncertainty. Obedience is not easy, it is walking through fear with trust in God's promise. Divine protection often manifests in unexpected ways. Abram's sojourn in Egypt teaches timeless truths. Faith requires courage and sometimes difficult choices. Genesis 12:10-13. God's protection is unseen but ever present. Genesis 12:17. Human strategy may accompany faith, but divine guidance prevails. Trials refine character, strengthen trust, and illuminate God's promises. As night fell and the desert sky stretched wide, Abram and Sarai camped once more under stars that would witness generations to come. The sounds of distant rivers, the rustle of desert creatures, and the gentle whisper of the wind carried the weight of God's covenant. Abram's journey was far from over, but each step reinforced a truth that would echo through all history. God's promise endures, even when the path is uncertain, foreign, or fraught with challenges. Thank you for joining today's fully expanded episode of Voice of the Bible. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, and subscribe. In the next episode, we will explore Abram's return to Canaan and how God's covenant with him deepens, revealing the unfolding plan that shapes nations and lives. Until then, stay blessed and keep listening to The Voice of the Bible.